Good morning, caregivers. We are here today to talk about the truth about guardianship. If you are a power of attorney, when would guardianship be needed? Or if there is no power of attorney, when is guardianship needed? Stay with me for the caregiving chat of the day. What is guardianship? Guardianship is a legal appointment. It's a process for an adult. And today I'm just talking about adults. I'm not talking about children because that's a totally separate subject. So for an adult who has a cognitive impairment like Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, for an adult who has a brain injury, maybe there was a tragic car accident, a sporting accident, and today they have a brain injury. The biggest component is that this person cannot evaluate information, make medical decisions, and do things that are in their best interest. And sometimes they don't even realize it. Why is guardianship appointed? Is for these reasons. So for example, I have been appointed guardian for older adults with dementia who came to me through Adult Protective Services. Maybe they were living at home alone, and neighbors were very concerned because they would see this person wandering throughout the neighborhood, or they would realize that they have lost weight, or that they really couldn't take care of themselves, and there was no family. There was no one nearby, there was no one who could care for them, and they were alone. And so for these individuals, when guardianship comes up, it's difficult for them because they are at a point where they have memory loss, but they can't understand that they have memory loss. If you've ever tried to reason, and I don't recommend reasoning with anyone with memory loss, but talk to someone with memory loss about the fact that they have Alzheimer's or dementia and their disease has progressed, they just can't understand. They will deny it, they will argue with you. It's very unpleasant, and there are a lot of unpleasant parts about guardianship that I'll share with you. Guardianship, as I said, is a court process, so you just don't become a guardian because you want to. You have to go through a court process. There are medical evaluations about the brain and cognitive activity to support the fact that guardianship takes away a person's rights to make their own decisions about medical care. It really is, in a sense, absolute power. So the person who is appointed, great care has to be taken in deciding who is that guardian, because that guardian can make all kinds of decisions about this person. I have been appointed, for example, in situations for married couples where there was a caregiving spouse and then the spouse with dementia, and the caregiving spouse didn't trust the children to make the right decisions. Or maybe the children didn't want to be guardian. Other situations where parent has dementia, multiple children in the family, let's say 5 children. 3 of them agree about guardianship, 2 of them do not agree. And so the court decides that none of the children should be appointed because it'll be a battle. And I was appointed in those situations. I've been appointed for single older female adults, single older male adults, a married couple in one case, many different types of situations. There are multiple challenges with guardianship, and if you're a family guardian, I am very empathetic to your situation. One of them is, and this is true with power of attorney too, when you work with the healthcare system or care agencies or care homes, very few people in the public understand the responsibilities of a power of attorney or a guardian, and they will argue with you. They will argue with you because they don't understand the legal responsibility that you have. I have had knockdown, drag-out battles with doctors in hospitals, home health care agencies, hospice agencies, caregivers in care homes, because they didn't understand that I was the legal decision maker. They believed that my clients could make their own decisions even though they were demented or had a brain injury. These are challenging situations because if you're a family guardian, you can't be a shrinking violet. You have to stand up. You have to advocate. And many of these situations, it's high conflict, it's high drama. nightmare, sleepless nights, just horrible. And sometimes you actually have to go to court to battle over these things. I've been in court many times, and it's hair-raising. Other situations. When you are a guardian and an older adult is living alone, and let's say there's no family, there's no one to go in and provide care, and they become unsafe to live in that home. Sometimes you have no choice. You have to move into a care community. I have been involved in situations where people understood the need to move and where people did not understand the need to move, and their family didn't want them moved even though they didn't want to take care of them. I have had to get police, get 911 involved to remove people from their homes. Heartbreaking for me, tragic, difficult for the client, horrible situations. I've had to get restraining orders from or for people who took financial advantage of my client, just all kinds of situations. That's the worst part of being guardian, and that's the truth about being guardianship. If you're a family guardian, it can be difficult because your other family members may constantly be questioning your decisions. They may disagree with what you want to do. There are so many situations that come up in guardianship, and it's not easy. It is really not easy. It's not easy for family members, and it's not easy for professionals like me who have been appointed as guardian. I've been doing this for 20 years, so I understand, unfortunately, what happens, and I'm very empathetic to these situations. There is a link in this video to an article about what does guardianship mean for an elderly parent. You can click on the link and read more. There's many articles on my website. I'm Pamela Wilson. I help aging parents and caregivers solve caregiving problems. If you appreciated the information in this video, you can comment and give me topics for further and future videos. Share this video with others. There are so many people who don't know about caregiving topics. And I will see you tomorrow in another video. Tomorrow we're talking about the differences between male and female caregivers and the importance of caregiving support. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow in another video.